Let's take a deeper look at Polkadot, and a quick shout out to my original OG supporter here at the channel, Leandro Carbon, for requesting this coin. This one looks really tricky, but we're going to break it down for you. Road Dog Crypto. Thanks for joining me today. My name is Lane. Then let's just get down to brass tacks here. We're on the weekly with Polkadot right here. Here's something I want to point out to you. Volume indicator right here is going down, right? Price is also going down. That's actually a bullish sign on the weekly. Let me show you this. Market cipher. Got the green dot here. However, stochastics are kind of up. We're at 70%. Anything above 80 is oversold. It's taken a turn to the upside, which it has done before. We saw that right over here when we went for a second leg uptrend back in October of 2021. The VWAP has already crossed. That's why we got the green dot. It is headed upward. That's bullish. Money flow is also slowly headed up. Would like to see it a little bit more at this point, but we're just not there yet. Overall, the weekly is showing signs of strength. The relative strength index is coming in at 33. And as you can see, when I back this up, we crossed back over our 30% line into bullish territory here. Everything's looking good here to me. In fact, I'll put a trend line on the RSI. We are at the point where we could get a break up over this and shoot to the upside. And it is also worth noting that on the MACD, we've got the bullish cross here headed toward the upside, and our histogram is also showing bullish signs. So on the weekly, the indicators are showing strength. However, our candles are doji candles. We had a doji candle last week, meaning indecision in the market. We are currently displaying that as we begin this new week, a moment of indecision. So overall, the weekly looks fairly strong.
Greetings to the crypto community. We are pseudo-anonymous. We are here to smash that like button. We believe this content needs to reach more people like you. We are watching. We are listening. Most importantly, we are liking and subscribing. We are pseudo-anonymous. Expect us.
However, the daily has a totally different story. The daily is looking very bearish. MACD on the daily is getting ready to take a bearish turn here, getting ready to make that bearish cross. Histogram is coming down. RSI is hanging at a level of 40 and has broken through market structure here. RSI on the daily is looking to head down. Looking closer at market cipher, we've got a double top here on the stochastics headed toward the downside. VWAP is also headed toward the downside. The biggest thing to look at is this green section here, the money flow. When that starts going toward the downside, things are starting to look a little bit scary. So according to the daily, we had a rising wedge, broke down to the downside, hit our target right here at $7.08, and we've been trading sideways ever since. Currently, we've got something very interesting forming here, and I think we could see it a little bit better if we go down to the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, if you notice, we got a top trend line that is angling up. We've got a bottom one, which was angling up until we had our drop on, I believe this was September 6th. Now we're in a new formation here. Now this one looks very similar to those bullish megaphones, those rising, broadening wedges. This one is something different, and this is not one that we typically see, but I can see how it'd be very easily to confuse this with the one that we are familiar with. So let's break this pattern down. This is known simply as a broadening formation, and Bukowski on his pattern site goes over this formation. It has got a horizontal bottom line and an ascending top trend line. Now, this pattern can look very bearish. It's actually a bullish pattern. What helps to identify this pattern is also to look at volume. As the pattern progresses, you should also see a little rise in volume. And when both price rises and volume rises at the same time, that's actually very bullish. So volume tends to trend upward 63% of the time. This one has a breakout to the upside of at least 55% of the time. That's good to know right now. Now, we got a couple of ways that this could play out. Now, we could actually get support here. This line right here is actually a weekly support line. And if we can get a bounce here, we can go ahead and continue up. However, things are looking like we may continue downward. So I fully expect us to come back down to the bottom of this trend line, and that would put us in the range of about $6.82. Now, as far as accumulating DOT, my personal opinion is that anything under $7, between $5 and $7 is an excellent steal. So while I'm not actively accumulating this, if it comes down between $5 and $6 through that area, under 7, I'll start dipping back into it again. Price should continue down here, and hopefully we would get a bounce there. If it does not, if this support does not hold, we would get a break to the downside. The good news is, according to Bukowski's measured move, it's only a 40% of the typical measured move. A regular measured move would take us roughly down here to about 555, okay? But Bukowski states that when this pattern breaks to the downside, that measured move only plays out about 43%. That would bring us right down to our daily support area of $6.36. That's actually the lowest that I'm kind of seeing it getting back down to. As we said, this is actually a bullish pattern, just barely, right? And if it were to come to the top of the trend line and break out to the upside, that measured move is 62% of the standard measured move, and you could be looking at prices up to $9.38, which would also be a good take profit zone because this coin is going to run into problems closer it gets to $10 and get a lot of resistance there. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. We've got to really just take this one day at a time. It appears that we'll be coming back down to around $6.81 at the least, hopefully bounce upward from there, if not a little bit more downside. I do have no crap target of $6.04 and the crap target of $5.05 should the market just totally tank. Okay, now jump back to me to the daily here. This could be a possible head and shoulders formation. I did not see a solid neckline until I came here to the daily. It's still kind of iffy. It's a possibility, people. It would technically qualify as a head and shoulders pattern. If this were to play out, measured move from this point could be down as low as $4.24. This has some lacking characteristics for me to be an authentic head and shoulders, so I'm not putting as much stock into that, but it is worth definitely keeping your eye on. So just wrapping this up in the nutshell, I would put buy orders in at $6.82. I would also have buy orders set maybe at $6.26, and wouldn't hurt to have maybe something in reserve for $6.05. I would really just check to make sure that it does a bounce there. If it does, it's a safe time to take a buy. Thank you again, Leandro, for requesting this coin. It is one of my larger long-term hold bags, and I have no plans of selling off on this. I'm just accumulating right now. I know that this market is starting to make some people nervous, and some people are trying to want to get out, but man, we are so close to the bottom. Whether it was 17.8 for Bitcoin, or even if Bitcoin goes down further, and all the coins go down further, this is still a great time. It's a great time to accumulate, in my honest opinion, even if there is some more downside. But if you're trading, you go by a different set of rules. Until next time, my name is Lane, your Crypto Road Dog, signing out and just reminding you, hey, be blessed, think positively, and remember, you got this.
Hello, friends. Bobby Joe Rumblemaker right here telling you about the opportunity of a lifetime. Are you trying to find financial freedom by trading and investing in them there cryptocurrencies? But are you having a hard time being profitable and making them winning trades? Well, you can get all that knowledge and a whole lot more just by watching the Crypto Chart School playlist over here at the Road Dog Crypto channel. You just go right down here where it says Chart School, you click that full playlist, and voila! They got all the knowledge right there. And they're adding to it every week. So if you want to be profitable, right there you can go. And it's all for a like and a subscribe till you get all the answers you need over at the Road Dog. Happy trading, y'all.